Hello friends. I hope you are all doing well. In this video, we are going to see how to add and delete columns. And we'll also have a look on some shortcut keys that we can use to select a column, to select a row, to delete column, and to delete row. Here you see I have data, I have data that have different columns and different rows. You can see once I go down, and all of these are laws that I've just created according to the data that I have, but it comes that you can just want to add some columns, you just want to add some laws, to add some data, and so on. And here, once you just want to add a column, as usual, we select a column and we lightly click on it, and you go to insert, and this adds only one column. And the same to the row. Once you just want to add a row, where you just want to add a row in above Justin, I select Justin, and here I like click on in this selected row. I go to insert, and the row here is added above for Justin, and I just hold Ctrl Z to undo, and Z to undo again. And here, once I just select a column and I go to insert, the column is inserted to the left of the selected column. Maybe once I just want to put a column in between H and I select I, and I just right click here, and I click on insert, and here a column is inserted to the left of J, to the left of I, and you see here we have a new column that is I, which is between H and J. And let me just hold Ctrl Z to undo this. And it comes that you just want to add more columns. Maybe you just want to add 3 to 4 columns, because once you just do it in the way we did before, this way, only add one column. Once you just want to add another column, you just go to insert again. But once you just want to add multiple columns, you just select, you need to select the number of columns that you want. Maybe I just want to add 2 columns. 2 columns just before H, before J. I just select J and H. I selected 2 columns because I just want to add or to insert 2 columns. I just right click. You see here I have selected two columns, and I right click here. I go to insert, and 2 columns now are added. You can see here. Once I just want to add 3 or 4, I just select the number of columns that I want to add, and then I right click here, and I go to insert to add the number of columns that I've selected. You see here the number of selected columns here are inserted, and this is done the same way as we do to rows. I can just click here and select the row, the whole row, and I go to right click. I right click here. I go to insert to add row, but it comes that I just want to add more than one column. Sorry, rows. Yeah, these are rows, and to do this, I select more than one rows. Let me select, maybe I just want 3 rows above row 9. I can just select 3, yeah, to 4, and I right click here. I click on insert to add those rows. This is how I can just add multiple rows and multiple columns without spending time, just adding one by one, and this is time consuming. And Control Z to undo. And here there is another way. There are shortcuts that we can use to select a column. Here you can see have different shortcut keys, and let me zoom to show you those shortcut. You can see here I have a list of some shortcuts that I can use for rows and for columns. You can see here I can just click Control plus spacebar. Once I click anywhere in the column, and I hold Control plus spacebar, immediately I selected the whole column. Once I just hold Control plus Shift plus and then plus key, I just immediately add a column to the left. And let me just try this and see. This is another way or simple way to do this. I can just here put my cursor anywhere in the column. Let me put it here in the column H. You can see I have put here a column. My cursor here anywhere in this column. Once I just hold Control spacebar, immediately the whole column here is selected. You can see anywhere I can put. Once I just hold Control and spacebar, you see here my column, or the whole column here is selected. Once I just hold Control plus Shift plus key on the keyboard, let me just hold it, Control Shift and then plus, you can see a column is added. Once I just keep pressing plus key on the keyboard, multiple columns are added. You see I can just keep on clicking, holding Shift and Control Shift plus Shift, and yeah, keep now typing on plus key on the keyboard. I can just keep adding more columns here on my document. Control Z to undo. You can see here, and this is also can be applied once you just want to add the rows. How it's done? How is this done? And to do this, you can just go to anywhere in the keyboard and anywhere in this sheet. I can just click anywhere in the cell. You can see if I put here the cursor in E, and this is E11, and you can see here this is E11, this is E11, and once I just want to select the whole row, it's different from how to select the whole column. To select the whole column, I've seen that I just hold Control and Control plus spacebar to select the whole column. And once I just want to select the whole row, I just hold Shift and spacebar, Shift plus spacebar to select the whole row. And this is the difference. Shift plus, you can see it here. Here Shift plus spacebar to select the whole row, and here above you see there is Control plus spacebar to select the whole column, and here you just hold the Control plus Shift plus key on the keyboard to add a column. And we have seen that we can just hold this Control. You can hold this Control here and Shift, and then you keep placing on plus key on the keyboard to add more columns. You can just do this to add multiple columns on your sheet. And now let me just put my cursor anywhere. Once I just click, place Control plus spacebar, the column is selected. But once I just hold the Shift and spacebar, the whole row is selected. You can see that after just selecting the whole row, I can just add more rows. You can see here, once I hold the control, hold the control plus shift plus key on the keyboard, I can just add more rows. Let me just do it. Once I hold the control shift and plus, you see here rows are added above the selection. I can just keep adding more by pressing plus sign. I can just keep placing the plus sign on the keyboard. You can see here you can add more rows, multiple rows, and these are all shortcuts that you can just use to add columns, to add rows, and so on. And here you see I can just also add multiple column. And here, this is how we can just add the columns, how we can add the rows, but those added rows also can be deleted. I can just select the rows that I want to, the columns that I want to delete, or those that I just want to delete, and I just select all of them. I right click on them, I go to delete, and all of them are deleted. And this is done the same way on the rows. I can select all rows that I want to delete, even all, whether they have data or not. I can just delete them. You can see I can just right click here and I go to delete all those that I just want. I can delete them. I can just Control Z to undo, or I can go here to the top to undo to this back arrow. I can just select these rows that are not containing the data and delete all of them. You can see I can delete. And guys, this is how simply you can add uh, and delete columns in your sheet. Once you have the column that I want to delete, don't hesitate to use those shortcuts, or once you want to add the rows, don't hesitate to just use those shortcuts, or you can just do it manually. You can just do it in the way that we did before at the starting. And here we have seen how we can just add rows, add columns, add multiple columns, add multiple rows, and you can also delete them. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.